see what we got. It's about that time. Time to rock. You didn't forget anything? You got everything? I believe so. Okay. Let's do this. And we are off. Well, hey folks, it's Aaron here with Long Wilderness Walks, and it is June, what is today? Huh? 16th. The 16th, June 16th, Monday. And we are headed off. We just launched from Sawbill, and we are headed to Cherokee. I have with me this year a buddy named John.
Hello.
And of course we have Bruce the Stinky Moose up there. So, tag along with us. We're going to be camping at a new campsite almost every night. We're expecting some weather, highs in the 70s, maybe low 80s on one day. But we're expecting some rain. So we are out for 7 nights, 8 days, and it's going to be a blast. So yeah, we had a pretty good drive up this year. 16-hour drive from Oklahoma, and had an interesting series of events. My buddy John got a call about 30 miles from Sawbill that his wife had broken her ankle. So we debated turning around and going back, but thankfully she had some family show up and help her out, so we are good to go. How you feeling?
A little better.
Good.
Is he getting you, Bruce?
He gets splashed almost every time I transfer. Beautiful. Calm this morning. We got John hooked up with the split blade, and he is outrunning me now. I gotta dig deep and work hard to keep up. No, go. Keep going. No, don't slow down. I will totally keep up with you. With my single blade. Looking good, dude. You're getting it now. Yeah, there's a campsite up in that bay right over there to your right. That was the last campsite I stayed at last year. In my opinion, when there's no bugs, one of the best campsites on this lake. It is tucked up in the trees, and it was like blowing 30 miles an hour. There are white caps out here.
And you didn't feel a bit?
Not a bit, dude. But the leaves were falling. It was like a golden shower of birch trees. I'll give you a golden shower. Got split blade samurai over here. That's a big old erratic. Probably a glacier erratic, I'm not sure, but I think it is. You only need like 2 or 3 inches. That's what she said. There's a rock right there. Don't flip. Just say no, John, to flipping.
I got it.
All right, we're coming up on our first portage right up here. Heading into Cherokee. I'm not sure if it's Ada Lake, which is next, or I can't really remember the name, but just a short little 80 rod portage, and then we'll be on the next one. Good boy. You're such a good boy, Bruce. Such a good canoe dog, buddy. Just a good all-around dog.
Ah. So I can't go with the F.U. Tony, huh?
Not yet.
Yeah. better yet, who let the dog out? Oh, 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 oh. Right there, bud. Mr. Bruce.
It's a decent sized beaver lodge. Hey, bud. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Y'all coming out of Cherokee?
Yep.
Was it good?
Lovely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, y'all have a great day.
You too.
Good boy, Bruce. You ready? Come on. Good boy. I know. Good boy. What's up, man? How you doing?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
I'm at the end of this.
Oh, are you? We're just starting. 8 days. Have a good one, man. Lift your knees when you walk, bro. Trust me.
Do what?
Lift your knees when you walk. Man, it was buggy on that portage. Really buggy. So, we just wrapped that up. And we're paddling across this little lake. We got a couple little 30-foot long portages. Just pullovers, basically. Beaver dams. And then we should have a channel to go down. And then we'll be at our last big portage for the day, and then we'll be on Cherokee Creek, which will lead into Cherokee Lake. It is noon, a little after noon, and like I said, that last one was just super buggy. I think they're gone now. We got a little bit of a breeze, but just barely. So just keep going straight, to the left slightly. So, anyways, we are past the halfway point for the day. So, we're just grinding away. I just got John set up and launched him. So, he's ahead of me by about, a couple hundred feet. And I'm just going to mosey my way across this lake. This pond, basically. Till we get to Cherokee Creek. So, we will see you on the other side. I would love to fish these little lakes, but we have some serious weather coming in this evening. Around 3 or 4 o'clock is what they're saying right now. And they're calling for at least an inch of rain, and they said 30 to 40 mile per hour winds. So it could get pretty spicy. We'll see what happens. Okay. Scoot. 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 Scoot! Oh, get off the beaver dam. There we go. All right, now we get to go down this channel. Whew. That was nice. Quick little beaver dam. Portage skip. So now we're going down this channel, and I'll show you. boy, Bruce. Good boy. Good boy, Bruce.
I'm getting wet.
All right, go get your boat.
All right.
Did you drop it? Are you ready? Oh. Get the stick, buddy. There you go. Black flies, man. Good boy. Good boy, Bruce. Good boy, Bruce. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. All the way down. Good boy. Thank you. All right, John. Let's go to the end of this lake, this pond, and we will be to our last portage of the day. You know, for being his first trip, he's getting it down. Learning to get in and out of the boat, you know, the feet out and twist method. Learning to break down his split blade and use it in narrow areas with a single paddle. You know, he hasn't flipped it yet. So I consider this to be a success because we're pulling up to our last portage of the day right here. Cherokee Creek Portage. This is 181 rods. It's 100 rods longer than our longest one so far. I'm going to single carry, and then I'll probably come help John carry his boat on the second trip. So let's do this. All right, so we just came off the Cherokee Portage. That was definitely the longest one of the day. A little over half mile. Had to go back and grab John's canoe for him. Oh my gosh, these mosquitoes are eating us alive right now. But we're going down the Cherokee Creek, and all is well. All right. So the Cherokee River is just awesome. It is beautiful. Everything's blooming right now. The water life, the water plants are blooming. And last time I came down through here, I thought, if I recall, I think I saw a moose, but I couldn't catch it on camera. But coming up in September, I'm going on a 10-night, 11-day, or 11-day, or 11-night, 12-day, I'm not sure, trip, and doing, I got a special route planned. I'm gonna do the Frost, and then I'm gonna go up to Little Saganaga, and I'm gonna go down to oh gosh, I've got a huge thing. Anyways, and then all the way back down the Laos River, and then down through Wine and back into Alton. But it's a big trip I got planned, and it'll just be me, so be moving quick. But anyways, we are about halfway down the Cherokee River, so we're just gonna enjoy this paddle, and hopefully, if the stars align, we will have a good campsite here in just a few minutes when we pop out on Cherokee.
Day one down. No one kicks my ass better than me.
Do you really like it?
So far, it's been great.
It's been great, huh?
Looking forward to seeing some of the wildlife, though.
Yeah. Well, moose tomorrow. If we get up early, we have a good chance of seeing moose. So head up to Long Island Lake. But this is the campsite. We just rolled up here. You can see Bruce is rolling around up there. I'll show you around here in a minute after we get some things squared away. All right. Well, we've been in camp for a few hours. We got our tent set up the hill. Bruce and John and I have just been hanging out, just trying to avoid the rain and the bugs. And Bruce got sick, and I have had to run up to the bathroom like 3 or 4 times now.
And explain to me what trees and water is.
Oh, gosh, yeah. So, anyways, I think that steak from last night went through me pretty quick. So, anyways, well, we're going to hang out here for a while longer. It's supposed to start raining, and raining hard here in a bit, so we're probably not going to go out and fish or anything. We're just going to hang out until it gets pretty late, and then probably light a fire if we can. If not, we'll cook over a stove, but we'll check in with you here in a bit. Yep. Can't keep him out of the water. Oh, now he just lays on his side. You're going to have to lay by the fire for a while, Bruce, to dry off. So we're just sitting in the bug hut. It's 6 o'clock basically. We're just hiding from the bugs. They are intense. As a matter of fact, of course we have filthy Bruce. But then we've got this view of everything here. This great campsite. I bet you this place is awesome in September. But yeah, we're just hanging out. We're gonna light a fire here in a little bit and cook dinner. Well, my little homemade contraption of the tarp and the bug net put together seems to be holding up pretty well. The bugs are outside, the rain's outside, and we're doing good. How are you feeling, John?
This is awesome.
Yeah, this really is. Oh, and I realized I forgot all my dinners. That's fun. So we just had a snapper roll up into camp. decided to just lay down right there and chill. There he goes, moving again. That's a big turtle, dude. Mm-hmm. Our turtle's back. Just chilling on the rock. Dude, it's a river coming down through here right now. Yeah, you can't even see across the lake now. He's falling asleep standing up, sitting up. His eyes are closed and he's like about to fall over. I'm sorry, buddy. Hang in there. It's letting up a little bit. Well, hey folks, it is 9:30. It is supposed to be raining until 3 a.m. and it has rained hard. I mean, just, this is the hardest I've ever seen it rain up here. There was a tornado warning just to the south of us and a tornado warning just to the west of us headed this way. Luckily, all that seems to have blown through without any incident. And yeah, we're just, John's in his tent, I'm in mine. Bruce is over here relaxing. As you can see, he is still just wet, but I put him in his flannel to try and hopefully soak some of that up. But anyways, it's a good day. We got all the way into Cherokee, got a really good campsite, and now we're just gonna go sleep. There's no point trying to fight this, and we will catch up with you in the morning. Well, good morning. We survived the night. We didn't end up going to Oz or any of the stuff like that. Just got up around 4:30 because the tarp was flapping like crazy, and come to find out the mosquito net bunkhouse thing, one of the edges ripped on it. But I think we can fix it. And then I took that down and left the tarp up and tied that down some more. Other than that, it was a great night, man. I slept like a rock. And Bruce slept good. It was light outside at 4:30 in the morning, which I'm not a huge fan of. But I was able to crawl down into my sleeping bag and go right back to sleep. And once 4:30, the birds start going, it's hard to sleep. So, but yeah, we're just making some oatmeal. Kind of gonna mosey around camp for a while, and I think we're gonna head up to Long Island Lake once we feel like going. So. Yes. Uh-oh. How was your night, Bruce? Did you have a good night? Are you a good boy? Yeah. the nectar of life.
There we go.
Oh, this is gonna be good. I'm very pleased with that tarp. It's the big ass camp tarp from Z-Packs. I'm not being a potty mouth. I'm serious. That's what it's called. It's like 10 by 13 or something like that. But man, wind and everything, it took it all. And it absolutely held up great. Didn't stretch, nothing. I mean, Dyneema is just freaking awesome. So we're just hanging out, drinking our coffee, enjoying some breeze. And then I think we're gonna start breaking down camp here in the next 30 minutes and get loaded up and head up to Long Island Lake. Just have 2 portages to do. Let's get her done. Almost stepped on that guy. He's right next to our food bags. I'm trying to get rid of him. I don't want to let Bruce anywhere near him. He's full attention mode. Bruce, wait. Wait. I'm gonna try and get rid of him. Bruce, hold on. Oh, jeez. Oh, you got a dirty booty. All right, we are launching. It is 7 minutes to 11 o'clock. So, we got a bit of a late start. John decided he wanted to take another nap, which is totally fine because we're on vacation. So, Bruce is already loaded up. We've got winds from the north-northwest at about 10 miles per hour. They're just pushing us back to shore, but we're going to head to the west shore, and that should give us the most protection. So, let's get going. There we go. We're starting to get up behind some of these trees and the wind is just disappearing. Here comes the wind. Hello, loon.
Oh, there's 2 of them.
Yep. Hopefully they show up on camera for you guys.
Nature's alarm clock.
Yeah, right? 4:30 this morning, they were going off. We're almost there, Bruce. Hold on, we're almost there.
Of course. God damn it.
There we go. So we just wrapped up that 30 rod portage. Took no time. We just double carried on that one. No point in pushing ourselves for something that small and easy. We just have one small little portage left. And then we'll be on Long Island Lake, which we will be on for the next 2 days. Got us here at Beaver Lodge. Hey, beavers. You like to do with me all the time, I'll do it back to you. Well, if there was a Beaver Lodge mansion, that would qualify. That thing's huge. Easily 5 feet tall off the water. It's crazy. Ready, Bruce? All right, John, I'll see you over there. You're good. I'll make sure to leave it in. Alright, we are on Long Island Lake. We just pulled in to the far south inlet. We just tandem pulled both boats over. It's only like 50 feet from one end of that portage to the other. And set in and, oh, excuse me. And now we are headed to camp. So we're going to round this corner up here. And it's going to open up. This is a pretty big lake. So we're going to go up here and we're going to stick to the left for a little bit because there's a cove that we're going to kind of go around and then come up into. So I'll show you here in just a minute. Welcome to Sawbill Lake, the actual lake, not just the inlet. Coming out of the inlet right now. And we're going to kind of veer to the left. Right up here. Yep, there it is. Nice. Last year I had to pull over all this. So, all right. That's the direction we're going to go. We got about 10 minutes and then another 5-minute paddle to the east. And we should be at our camp in about 15 minutes. All right, I think I see our campsite straight ahead. There's a rock outcropping and then it goes up. And from what I've seen on Paddle Planner, pretty nice little campsite. If it's taken, we're gonna go to the one I camped at last year across the bay because I can't see anyone over at that one either. I don't see anyone at this one, but you know, you never know until you get there, so yeah. What a beautiful day, guys. Ain't that right, Bruce? Bruce, did you have a good day? Did you have a beautiful day? I sure did. You just can't beat this, man. Wind's at my back. I'm barely paddling, yet I'm cruising. John's keeping up. Oh, he's about a 1/4 mile behind. It's fine. So I'm an idiot, which all of you already know. Okay, it's not a secret. I'm a moron. You know, you can tell because I'm not wearing a life vest right now. I'm a moron, okay? But I did something even dumber, okay? I left all my dinners at home in Oklahoma. But I packed all John's that I made for him. So we're going to be splitting dinner tonight with an extra oats and honey crunch bar. You know, those ones that basically make a mess everywhere. So, yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a hungry trip. I'm going to try and catch some fish, especially this evening. I've got leeches and a slip bobber, and it drops off really good by camp. It's like 60 feet deep out there. So, I want to try and catch me a fish. I will eat anything but pike. I mean, pike's okay. The bones are a huge pita, and I just don't feel like dealing with it. So, even if it's a bass, a big old fat bass, I have fish breading, and I have oil, and I have everything you need to be successful. So, I just got to go out in the water and fish. All right, so we just pulled up at this campsite. Let's go check it out. It's a bit of a climb. Let's see. Oh, wow. Yep, John, this is it. Dude, the view is fantastic. It's a bit of a climb to get up here, but we only have to do it once, thankfully.
What about the cell say?
Oh yeah, that's pretty much guaranteed. Oh yeah, and down here for charging and eating. Heck yeah, dude. This is awesome. Here, hold on. Let me get everything out of my boat. I'll get my boat pulled out, and then I'll grab your blue bag for you and help you. So just hang out for a second. Okay. Oh shit, dude. I was about to come get it. There you go.
Thank you.
Oh, hell yeah. Welcome to camp, brother.
Yeah.
That wasn't too bad, was it? So I have a new piece of gear this year that I'm very fond of. It's a Life Straw water bottle. Last year, after having so many water filter problems, and it taking an hour to fill a 1 liter bottle, I bought a new filter for that, of course, but I learned a valuable lesson. Always have two ways of filtering water. This is wonderful. I can be in the middle of the lake and just dip it and stick the straw back in and just suck on it. And man, I've gone through 5 of these today so far. So much better hydrated. I've had 2 good pees today while moving, which hardly ever happens for me. I'm so bad about not drinking. But now, I highly suggest if you guys come out here, the Be Free filter is much lighter. But, you know, this is cheap, so. Hey guys, we've just been hanging out in camp. It's about 5 o'clock. It's just been a nice sunny day. We got here and just decided to kick back. We haven't done much of anything other than kind of set up camp, and I'll show that to you here in a bit. Ate some snacks and drank a bunch of water and just been talking about life. So not much going on right now, but got a heck of a view. I'll show you. So here is Long Island Lake. We're up in kind of like the first bay on the west end, and we're just hanging out, hiding from the sun, charging some. Just fed Bruce's dinner, and yeah, gonna have to go get firewood here soon. So anyways, we'll check back with you around then. Alright, well, we made dinner, and I thought I hit the record button, but I guess I hit the off button instead. So take my word for it, the spicy spaghetti with beef was really good. And then we snacked on some Gordetto's pretzel mix stuff. So anyways, it's about 7 o'clock. Sun's starting to work its way down. I think we're just going to chill for a little bit and then light a fire. And I'm going to come down here and put a slip bobber and a leech in the water, see what we come up with. Sorry, buddy. Well, hey guys, it's 10 o'clock. We've been just chilling by the fire, enjoying everything. A fire is a must out here this time of year. No bugs around the fire. So anyways, we're wrapping it up. John just went to bed, and we'll catch up with you guys in the morning. Good night. Good morning. It's day number 3 of the trip, and John just came by and woke me up. Said that he's got some holes in his tent, so I'm gonna go check that out. I'm gonna make some coffee and some oatmeal. We'll see what we can figure out. Oh, good morning, guys. John and I just got up, and there's definitely a problem with this tent. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do about it yet, but I've got 4 rolls of Dyneema tape, so I'm gonna try to fix it up. I'll show you guys what the problem is, but it looks like age is just finally starting to show on that tent. The corners are starting to develop these little micro tears, and it seems like it happened overnight last night because it wasn't that way when we set it up. But we'll see what we can do. I think we're gonna make some oatmeal and some coffee and relax for a little bit. And if we can fix the tent and don't think it's going to get much worse, we'll move on. If not, on the unfortunate news, we might have to go back. So anyways, let's see what we can do. So I decided to buy some of these little incense burners. And we put them around camp. We have one over there. We have one right over there. And I've got one somewhere over here. But man, these things work. I mean, there's not a mosquito one around us right now, which is impressive. So anyways, these little things were cheap, but man, they work. All right, well, it got super spicy this morning, so we're taking our time breaking down camp, kind of getting cleaned up, and yeah, it is warm. Holy cow. Maybe it's the sun, but just walking down to the water and back, man, I was sweaty. So we got the incense burners going, so keep the mosquitoes away. I'm gonna try and cool down for a little bit. All right, guys, we just left camp. We are headed to the other end of Long Island Lake, and we're paddling back the way we came, going around the peninsula, and then we'll just be heading due east all the way to the end of the lake. And there's 2 campsites. We should be there in like the next hour and a half. So it was a warm morning, and I apologize for not recording very much last night, but we were kind of tired. The sun kind of wore us out, and we just ended up chilling around camp, fighting off mosquitoes and bugs the whole time. So it wasn't a whole lot to really record, to be honest with you, but we're back on the water now, making progress. We did get John's tent patched up, as well as I think I can for now. I do have 1 more roll of tape and 2 patch kits for the pads I can also throw on it. And if I have to, I've got a whole roll of Luco tape. And once that's on there, it's never coming off. So I think we're gonna be okay. So onward and upward. Hello, Loon. You can see there's the young growth, a few old trees on there, but there's a fire at some point, probably 10, 15, 20 years ago. These things don't grow fast, but it got a good chunk of the lake. Over to my right, it's much worse. As you can see, there you go. It's much worse. But Bruce is panting, so we're going to get to this campsite at the other end of the lake real quick and take a break, let him swim, and drink some water, cool down for a minute, and then finish up the day. We maybe have 30, 45 minutes left. We're almost there, Bruce. loon coming to say hi. Well, John's gonna pull out here and check out this campsite, and I'm gonna paddle over and check out the other one. I already think this is gonna be the better option right here, so we'll see.
Beautiful red eyes.
Yeah, the eyes are. It's okay, Bruce. That's my bad.
Oh.
Hello, loon. Hello, loon. You gonna make some noises for me? Nope. Okay. All right, so we just checked out a campsite over here. There's two at the east end of Long Island Lake, and the one we just checked out wasn't bad, but people left a lot of crap there, and John almost fell in. People left a lot of crap there, and there's just no cover. Like it's so exposed. So we're heading across the bay. There's another campsite over here, and I'm hoping. I did paddle over to this a few minutes ago and just glanced at it, and it looked really promising. And I have LTE, so I hopped on Paddle Planner and took a look, and it has 4 stars. So, and no one's there. So I think we're gonna take it. And it looks like we have enough room over there for the tarp. Like there's trees sporadically just all through camp. Whereas the one we were just at back behind me, it had like a 30-foot section that was just open. And that's miserable when you can't escape the sun and whatever's brewing back behind us. I keep hearing little rumbles of thunder, but I don't see anything. So anyways, we're about to pull up. Your head forward over your knees.
And properly do the splits.
Yeah. Wow. Ready? Yeah, sorry, I can't. I gotta get some back. All right, well, we got camp set up. Excuse me. Got all the tents set up. I got the tarp up for the big one. And I got the mosquito bug net up because the black flies are just insane. Like they are constantly flying into my eyes, my ears, my nose, my beard, my hair. So I feel like I'm in a sweat box here, but I'd rather sweat than have to deal with the black flies. So I'm gonna hang out for a while. John's still napping. Bruce and I might go for a swim, and yeah, not a whole lot going on right now. May actually go out and troll for a little while. I'm not sure. So I moved the net and everything down here into the woods. It just could. The wind was too bad up there, and it was just whipping everything around, and it'd be 8 feet in the air, 10 feet in the air, and then come all the way down to 2 or 3 feet. It just smack you right in the head. So moved it into the woods. Seems to be a whole lot more comfortable. There's a lot more shade because that sun is intense today. So just hanging out for a while. It's 3 o'clock and just waiting for this heat to go. So all right, guys, I caught us dinner right here. It's a pretty decent little bass, probably about a 14-incher. Anyways, we're gonna go back out to this point again and see if we can catch anything else. Bruce, stop, you're fine. Bruce, stop, you're fine. Stop. Stop. Stop, you're fine. Bruce, no. Bruce, wait. Bruce, wait. It's hard for you. You gotta wait, buddy. Alright, we're gonna troll this bay a few times. See if we can pick anything up. Since John's still sleeping and it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. He's been asleep for the last 3.5 hours. I'm like, screw it, I'm just gonna go fishing. I'm tired of sitting around camp, just sweating. So, I'm gonna go find some down trees and troll past them, see if we can pick anything up. Got one, Bruce. Got a fish. We got a fish. All right. Let's see what we got. Oh, where that could be a snag. Oh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a snag. Oh, no, that's a fish. We got a fish. Oh, yeah. We got a good one. All right. We got a fish. Wait, Bruce. What do we got here? What do we got? Staying down. It's a bass. I'm pretty sure it's a bass. Yeah, it's a bass. Ooh. Ooh. It's a good one. No. Sit down, Bruce. Sit. Ugh. There you go. So we're having bass for dinner tonight. As I get sweat in my eyes. Oh, I forgot my stringer. He's barely hooked. I'm gonna get him in the boat and we're gonna head back to camp and get him on the stringer real quick. So, awesome. 3 fish. Not bad. All right, just made it back to camp. Got both fish on the stringer. We're eating good tonight, guys. I brought some fish fry and oil. We're gonna eat good. It'll probably be after dark before we make a fire and cook them up. So we got in about another 4 or 5 hours. 4 hours. So, but yeah, first 2 fish, actually first 3 fish in the boundary waters. So, I feel good. He did pretty good going out in the boat, not whining like he was earlier. So he gets a peanut butter treat. He's a good boy. It's 5:30. We're gonna snack and here in a few hours we'll process the fish and then we're gonna eat good. Looks like the cold front's finally here. Thank you, man. It has been hot today. I just can't escape the sun at this campsite. So I apologize for the wind noise. I don't have a mic on here that stops that. Oh yeah. A little dinner pre-treat. And then we'll make our spaghetti. God, that smells good. Final product right here. It's good, man. I really like it. So
Thumbs up from someone that doesn't like fish.
yeah. So tomorrow, bass, whatever we catch, it's going in the fryer. Hey guys, so fried up some fish, had a great fish dinner. Cold front blew through, it got windy there for a little bit, and now it's just glass. The loons have been going on. And it's really nice outside right now. So I think we're gonna be wrapping it up here soon. We're gonna be getting up pretty early and trying to get this big portage out of the way before the rain gets here, which hopefully is by about 10 o'clock in the morning. So if we get caught at the end of the portage, we'll just throw up a tarp or something and hang out underneath that. So I'm going to try and get everything wrapped up this evening, so in the morning we don't have to do a whole lot, and we'll see you in the morning. Thanks, guys. Good night. Well, good morning, guys. It's a little after 6 in the morning. John and I are both up. We've already got our tents down. And we've got a little bit of camp left to pack up. But other than that, we're going to be setting off here hopefully in the next 30 to 45 minutes. And knocking out these 2 small portages and hopefully this big one for the trip. Supposedly most difficult one of the trip. So, all right, guys, we are off. Finally getting out of camp. It is 7:35. That's perfect. It took us 90 minutes to get up, make breakfast, get everything broken down. We weren't in any huge hurry, but we got it done pretty quick. So we've got weather moving in around noon, so we want to try and get as much done as we can before then. So we're going to round this point right up here, and we've got a couple small little portages through a bit of a bog, and then we'll be on to our big portage after a little lake. And then it should be pretty much downhill from the day. There's a couple little portages after that, but nothing big. So let's get after it. Here comes our first portage for the day. I think it's like 15 to 20 rods. So it should be quick and easy, in and out. Mosquito, go away. Mosquitoes. Here you go, put up on top of this beaver dam. Here, just step over to the side, John. I'll help you out. Go, Bruce, go. Go, Bruce, go.
What's up?
Just hang on. All right, guys, we just pulled up over that beaver dam. That was a very muggy portage, jeez. But now we get to paddle down this great little stream to the other portage right across from here. And we got one more lake, and then we got our big portage for the day, and it should be pretty much downhill from there. Lots of trolling down a really long, narrow lake. Let's see if we catch anything. So let's get this done. Ramming speed. There's a mud clot in the middle there. And there's the little guys that have made this whole mess right there. I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's this way. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's back this way. Would you look there, guys? We got to skip a portage. Heck yeah. Efficiency. Maximize efficiency. Oh, that's great. Oh, there goes a duck. Oh, that's at like a 45-degree angle. Right here, that's level. Okay. Oh, jeez. Oh, take a break for a second. Oh, thank God. Finally. I tell you what, man, that was brutal. All right, time to catch my breath. Boy, this is a technical, rocky trail right here, man. If there's a place you're gonna twist an ankle, this is it. But we gotta climb up and then down and then up and then down. So let's keep going. Hands down, worst portage I've ever done in the Boundary Waters. This was straight up for 2/3, well, let's say 0.3 of a mile. And then flattens out and then up again and up again and up again. And then at the very end you drop. Whew. I am soaked. I'm heading back to try and find John and hopefully help him out, because I'm sure he's struggling a little bit with this one, because I was struggling. Well, I just went to go get in the boat with Bruce, and he shifted all his weight to the right side and tipped us, so that sucked. But swam back to shore, and thankfully, the only time I've ever flipped a boat is whenever I'm loading. It always seems to happen anytime I have a dog in there, because they want to, oh my God, something's happening, let me move. Anyways, I don't think that'll happen again. he got a stern talking to about that. Anyways, we got 2 miles to the end of this lake. I'm gonna try and dry out. I don't know what that is. Going up to shore right there. Yeah, it's a coyote. That's what it is. It's a coyote. Or a wolf. How cool. Well, Bruce dunks me again, getting in. I think the message got through this time, so I don't know. Anyways, I'm completely out of dry clothes, so I'm gonna get down to the end, do this portage. I'm gonna try and dry out this wool I have with just body heat. So frustrating day out here. Well, hey guys, we're at camp. We didn't quite go as far as I wanted to because mistakes were made by me twice. So Bruce and I were trying to get in the boat and tipped it twice today. And a lot of it was him trying to like correct for me correcting, and then we overcorrected and then ended in the water. Anyways, it's just a learning thing with him. Like, he just needs to learn to just get in and lay down. But we, I don't remember what lake we're on. We're the portage before you get to Winchell. There's like a little campsite right up on the peninsula. It's really pretty. I'll show you. So as you can see here, and as Bruce tries to puke, we are drying clothes because, see, here's the mistake. All right. So the rule is when you get wet, you stay in those wet clothes until you get to camp, and then you put on your dry clothes, right? Well, after I tipped for the first time, I was like, well, I'm not going to tip again. So I put on my dry clothes and I tipped again. I'm stupid, right? I'm the idiot. I know. It would be the first thing I would tell someone is, you're an idiot. Don't do that, right? Well, guess what? I've been doing this for 20 years between backpacking, and then I'm rather new to this, but it's just one of those things. So I don't know, but we've got the tarp set up over there, and John's all set up right back there, and we're just hanging out. And so, yeah, I missed like 3.5, 4 hours of recording, but it was pouring rain on us. We were both already soaked. We had just finished probably 2 of the worst portages I've ever done in the Boundary Waters, and we were just smoked. So I apologize for not giving you guys more footage of what we went through and all that, but just trust me, it sucked. So John concurs. So anyways, we've got a little decent fire going. We're going to try to dry everything out, and it looks like the sun's trying to peek out, but it's just giving us enough to make us a little warm. So
It's okay, Bruce.
got steam coming out of my boot. Yeah, Teresa and I will be married 20 years this November. It's beautiful out here. Anyways, had a pretty good day today, guys. It was a true butt kicker. Those 2 portages, whew. I mean, the worst I've ever done out here. It's the worst I've done. It's definitely going to take a toll on John. But Bruce pulled through good. He did, like I said, he managed to tip us twice today, but I'm sorry I didn't catch all that on camera. It was a whole fiasco. So, you never think you're going to tip, or else you turn on the camera. So, is what it is. But tomorrow is going to be a lot easier for us. We're pretty much we're at a really, actually one of the higher elevations, and everything from here is pretty much stepping down. I think we got on our last day or two, we might have one or two uphills, but that's pretty much it. So anyways, we are camped just north of Winchell Lake. I don't remember the name of this lake. There's a little peninsula that we're camped on. It's a really pretty spot. Gets a lot of sun, but we were able to set up the tarps and kind of hang out under that. And I learned some lessons today when it comes to your clothing, and sometimes when to just man up and wear your wet clothes instead of changing into dry clothes, especially if you only have 2 sets. That was stupid, but oh well. I got everything dry. I'm actually wearing my nice dry warm Smart Wools right now, and it's gonna be a nice night. So I'm gonna sit here and watch the fire for probably the next hour or two, and then I'm gonna go to bed. So I'll catch up with you guys in the morning. If something cool happens, I'll show it, but otherwise I'll see you in the morning. Good night. Good morning, guys. It's 7 a.m. We're gonna get up. Leper's out, because he wants out. We've just been hanging around camp. It's 8:42, and we'll probably leave in the next hour and a half or so. We got a couple portages. Well, one portage today that's actually just, about 50 feet of climbing, and then it plateaus out, and then we drop right back down at the end. Then everything else is downhill for the rest of the day. Once we get to Brule Lake, we turn west and just start paddling, and we'll probably hug the north coast all the way to the end of Brule Lake. Although we may pop out and be like, hey, that island looks cool, and just take that. I don't know. There's like 10, 12 campsites on Brule, if not more. Just, I'm going off memory here. So, but yeah, had a really good night, slept good. Haven't done any fishing since the other day, but that's okay. Today when we hit Brule, I'm probably going to toss in a line and troll for a while, and should be picking up bass like crazy because we'll be close to shore. And goal of the day is not to flip the boat. I'm looking at him. That's his goal for the day, not to flip the boat. Yeah, yesterday was a whole ordeal. John and I were talking about it. I was like, yeah, it was something. It was definitely a day that I will remember, because it was frustrating. That flipping twice, like back to back. Oh, man. All right, we're all packed up. We got everything stowed away. John's all good to go. Bruce is good to go. We're going to go put the boats in the water, and we'll see you at the first portage. Well, guys, I'm not the only one that flipped the boat. So here's what we learned, okay? We cannot step down into the boat. We have to be in the water and then basically sit and then rotate into it, because otherwise it's so tippy. These things are so narrow that it just wants to flip. So anyways, John is unloading his boat right now, and he's going to flip it over so he can get all the water out. He's got to basically drag it out of the water to do that, and then we'll restage and try again. But I'm not the only one. So, but he's got this. Hey, he got his bath early. Maybe he won't smell so bad now. There you go. There you go. Keep going. There you go. You got it. Perfect. Yeah, I think we're just going to accept the fact that we gotta get in the water to get in the canoes, because 3 tips in 2 days, all stepping down into the boat. So learning as we go, sometimes the hard way.
Keep up with cast off.
What a beautiful day. Just beautiful. Portage is that hole in the trees dead ahead. Moose poop. Well, coming off of Winchell Lake, this is a sweet, quick little portage. Just up and down, like all of them are. Very few of them are just straight and then down. But we should have a few of those today. Oh, this is a difficult put in. There we go. Get off the rocks. Okay. Scoot. Scoot. Ooh, sorry, Sawbill. All right. Next up is our longest portage of the day, and it will basically be pretty flat. It's right up ahead. I think it goes up 20 feet total, but the wind is right in our faces. I don't have my split blade. John has it. So we're gonna buckle down, get across this, probably eat a little bit, and then do this next portage. But man, wind chill was beautiful. I had accidentally left my camera too far forward, so I couldn't really get to it, but it was beautiful. That was the lake I put on my life vest for sure, man. It was big and deep, so. I'm coming, buddy. Runs ahead 100 yards, then runs back 50. It's a long portage. Thankfully, it's pretty flat. At the very beginning, there's a little uphill and little bumps like this along the way, but not enough where you have to like slow down and catch your breath. At least for me. I think John's maybe struggling a little bit, but he can do it. So we're just making our way down to this next little puddle. And it literally looks like a mud puddle. Well, this is one rocky portage, man. We've done a few of them. This morning, there's one, it was just boulder hopping basically between mud pots. So, but the little pond here is dried up, so I'm gonna hike about 100 yards further. We're on the way back to get the boats. We're just making our way down to this next little puddle. And it literally looks like a mud puddle. And then scoot across that. We have 3 portages left. They're all around 30 to 40 rods. I think one of them is 12 rods. So let's just say they all average out to about 30. And then we'll be on Brule Lake. And that will be exciting. Brule is huge. So there's some campsites as soon as you get onto Brule. There's like 4 or 5 of them right there. We're gonna check those out. If none of those are available, we got a bit of a paddle, probably about 5 miles of paddling to get to the west end. And then there's 3 or 4 down there. Plus, we could always hop into South Temperance if we need to. There's like 4 or 5 more campsites in there. So about portaging, this early June trip or mid-June trip is kind of a trial run for September when I'm coming back. Got a much bigger trip planned, just me and Bruce. And I was kind of piloting all my gear because I want to do everything in one trip. And with John being here, I've done a lot of double portages. Not that I want to do double portages, but it's better for morale if you're kind of there with the guy instead of just running to the end and then basically sitting there waiting. Because then he shows up and he's gassed and I'm ready to go, you know. So I need to embrace that with him, so that's fine. But the single portages that I have done have been completely manageable, no issue at all. So I think we're in a good spot. Nope. We're gonna go back. It looks like there's a channel on that side. We're gonna go back and then cut straight across. Holy crap. I got buried all the way up to my nards. Wait. Man, it's just like a biomat. Everything squishes and gives. It's gross. Like that right there. I just fell through. Give me my boat back. There we go. Oh my God. It's a bog. The beaver must have died or something, because I tried to get in and I went all the way up to my crotch again. And now it's just paddling down this muddy little stream, I guess channel, not really a stream. I don't see any flow, but we're making progress. Looks like it opens up down there a little bit. Well, this is like 3 or 4 inches deep and just paddling literally through mud. Oh my God, this is brutal. That portage, instead of taking an hour, it's taken us almost an hour and a half just to get to this point. We're not even across this little mud pond. Oh my God, like, that's gross. Even picking up my paddle, it's just covered in this sticky shit mud. So, I need some water, but I refuse to drink out of this. So, maybe at the end it'll be a little clearer. Maybe there is a stream coming in or coming out, we'll see. But this is like anaerobic shock, kind of disgusting. Ugh, smells like frog farts. It's the only thing I could possibly think of. I don't know what a frog fart smells like, but if it was to smell like something, it smelled like this, I would think. The last bit of the trip is right here. Well, not the trip, I'm sorry, of the day is right here. We just got to go to the end of the lake, basically the way I'm pointing right here. And then we have one short little portage. I think it's like less than 1/10 of a mile. And then we are on Brule. And we got a bunch of campsites we can pick from. And they're pretty immediate too. So there is one right off the point. If we can, as soon as we get on Brule, you just paddle down a little bit. And there's one right on the point. There's a whole bunch around the corner. There's an island site, or 3 or 5 or 6, I don't remember. But we're gonna find the one that works for us, and we're gonna get set up and start snacking hard. Yeah, and drinking water, because we didn't bring any alcohol, which is probably a good idea that we didn't. I don't think we would have gotten up in the morning on time. But anyways, Bruce has been such a good boy. All right, guys, we're at the end of this lake. Last portage of the day, pretty much straight downhill. I think we lose like 65 feet of elevation here. So I'm going to try and do this all in one carry and save some calories, and we will see you on the other side. All right, guys, so we just got out onto Brule, realized there was no real good campsites available down there. So we were pushing down towards Temperance. About halfway down, there's an island site with a campsite on the north, and since we're supposed to get thunderstorms tonight, we're going to shoot for that. So we got a good chunk of open water here. John, let's go over to that shore. Let's aim for over there and then shoot across, so we aren't out here super exposed. So, all right, we'll catch up with you guys here in a minute. This is kind of a dangerous crossing here. Well, hey guys, it's almost 9 o'clock here. Got a whole bunch of wood chopped up. We had some dinner. And we have some weather that's going to roll in about 2 o'clock in the morning. And it's supposed to be severe. So we've set up everything kind of back there. We doubled up the tarps on top of each other, and then we're both under it. Hopes that we make it through without too much of a problem. But they're calling for they said serious hail, serious wind, serious rain, cloud to ground lightning, all that above. So, anyways, it's always an adventure coming out here. But, anyways, the sun's going down. I think we're just getting ready to spark up this fire and kick back and watch the night roll in. So, if anything exciting happens, which sounds like it might, I will check in with you. But it's a hell of a day. We did a lot of movement. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Good morning, guys. So every now and then life just slaps you around a little bit, and this is one of those times. My right knee is about twice the size that it should be right now, and it's quite painful, and it feels like I'm walking on jelly. So we're on Brule Lake. We paddled all the way to the Temperance end of Brule Lake, but I have Sawbill coming to pick us up, and we're paddling back down 5 miles back down to the Brule entry point. It's not ideal. It's not what I want to do. But this is the reality of the situation that we're in right now. My GoPro is dead. For some reason, it'll turn on, but all my SD cards aren't reading. It's just been one of those trips. Things have been difficult, but we're going to bail today and go ahead and head to the hotel, and I'm going to take some R&R for my knee, nice hot shower, some good meat to eat, and plan for September. It's probably going to be a shorter trip than I had planned for September. I tried to plan for an 11-day, 12-night trip, but I just don't see that happening until I see a doctor about this, because this is getting pretty bad. This sucks really bad. So anyways, but we do what we have to do, right? So I'll check in with you guys when we get down to the pullout point.